Hi, I'm Kelsey with Wolf Industries, and today's video is going to go through our process of getting your Wolf home from start to finish, starting with our initial phone consult to talk about your project, to keys in hand as a homeowner. Section 1 of this video is our planning phase. You have an idea, you have a dream, and you're coming to us to help you figure it out. To do that, we're going to start with a phone consult. We will schedule a phone consult where we discuss your project ideas. We're going to pull up Google Maps, look at your property, see what's going on, take a look at your yard. Based on the model that you choose, we need to decide if it can fit where you want it to go, or we might have some better ideas for you to place this house on your property. After we've done our phone consult, we're going to get a factory tour scheduled. And part of that factory tour is walking our production line. Our production line is going to show you all of the stages of production, from framing, rough and drywall, all the way down to final finishes. Then we'll walk our yard, take a look at some finished models, and end up back here in the office where we have our showroom and you can see some examples of our finishes. Again, this phone consult and factory tour is no commitment, no cost to you. We are just in the dreaming phase. The last step of our planning phase is creating a quote for your project. And that's going to take about an hour in person, and we're going to go through the 3 phases of your project. Phase 1 is permitting, phase 2, house production, phase 3, site work delivery, and once we've quoted all 3 of those phases, then you have your total project cost. Once you're comfortable with the quote, we then go into contracting. And so we're going to sign that agreement. We're going to pay a deposit for our permit services to hire one of our in-house permit specialists for your project. You'll get your production queue date, and then we hand you off to permitting. In the permitting phase, we hand you off to one of our in-house permit specialists. They will take on your project from start to finish, everything needed for your jurisdiction. And that's going to include your building permit, mechanical, electrical, stormwater, your site plan, erosion control, anything that your jurisdiction says is needed for your permit. That's what our permit team is going to do for you. Based on our experience with working in your jurisdiction, we can give you an estimate of how long we believe your permits will take to issue, and it can be anywhere from 2 weeks in the city of Camas to maybe 5 months in the city of Portland. But once you are introduced to your permitter here at Wolf Industries, they can take you through that timeline. So we have 2 payments within our permitting phase, and the first one was done at your agreement signing, where you paid your professional services deposit to hire one of our in-house permit specialists. Your second payment in your permitting phase is going to be your jurisdiction fees, which are at the point of permit issuance. We will be able to tell you the exact cost of those permit costs. And just a little note at this point that if for any reason we cannot get the jurisdiction to issue you a permit for your project, you would be refunded the difference of your professional services deposit. So once permits are issued, now the fun begins. And based on your production date, as we get closer to that date, we will schedule a pre-production meeting. And the pre-production meeting finalizes all the fun details of your home. We're going to pick countertops, paint colors, interior design layout if there was something you wanted to remove, like a second bedroom in a Model E. All of those things are going to be finalized at this pre-production meeting. And at your pre-production meeting, this is also where payment 3 will be due, and it is a 25% house production deposit. Okay, so now we have reached your production date, and it's going to be very exciting because you can stop in anytime during production and visit your house in the stages of production. We have 4 stages of production. Our first stage is going to be framing and rough and drywall. Stage 2 is our exterior work, windows, siding, and roofing. Stage 3 is a combo of some interior work with our interior paint, flooring, along with exterior painting. And stage 4 is going to be final finishes with our cabinets, countertops, light fixtures, that kind of thing. That whole process only takes about 2 weeks. And again, it just takes 2 weeks to build your house. So at the end of that 2 weeks, payment 4 will be due, which is the remaining house production cost of 75%. So to start our site work delivery and setup, your house has been built, it's sitting in the yard, and the first thing that we're going to ask for is payment 5, which is 50% of your delivery setup cost. In our delivery and setup phase, this is where all of your on-site work happens. So your house has finished production. It's gonna sit out in our yard until we are ready for delivery. But prior to that, we need to do all the pre-delivery site work. And that will include your basic site excavation, clearing out any tree or brush removal, getting your foundation poured. So we've made a bit of a mess on site, but that's okay because we're moving along in the process. We've got your foundation in. We're gonna do some backfilling and cleaning up the area so that your house can be delivered. The big date is coming. Your house is gonna be delivered. You don't wanna miss it. So now your house is on site and we're about halfway done with site work. We still have a little bit of work to do with utility connections, inspections. So wrapping up our final steps, we are hitting the end of your project and this is when payment 6 will be due. It is the last 50% deposit of your site work and delivery. You'll do a walkthrough with your project manager to review your house. The day we have been waiting for has finally arrived. They hand you the keys. Your home is ready for you to move in. Congratulations, you now own a Wolf Industries modular home.